Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Holden and Claire are young and free in Los Angeles, despite Kyle's demands. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Monday, October 13th hint that Kyle Abbott wants answers from Victoria Newman while Holden Novak and Claire Newman are living large in Los Angeles. By traveling to Los Angeles and disrupting her escape from him, Kyle intends to or Claire. Brilliant. What does Claire's mother, Victoria Newman, want from Kyle? Her location is obvious. Which hotel is Claire using? We predict that Victoria will not give Kyle the information he seeks because she distinguishes between right and wrong. But what if he sees a text that reveals where she's at? Poor Kyle doesn't get how desperate he is acting and why Claire would find that unattractive. This is ironic considering that she had her first romantic encounter with him, not the other way around. While Claire is demonstrating maturity beyond her years, Kyle is behaving like a schoolboy who longs for love. Good for Claire for impulsively traveling to Los Angeles with Holden. He is, of course, as shaded as an oak tree, but for the time being, she is having some much-needed fun. Holden isn't everything Claire knows. If you had to choose between Kyle's desperateness and Holden's attitude of devil may care, who would you choose? However, Claire is unaware that Holden has been tasked with getting close to her. His boss Kane Ashby has a secret agenda, but in all fairness, Holden was intrigued by Claire before he got his marching orders. Will Holden destroy Claire's love? According to the most recent spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Holden treats Claire like a queen and takes her to the most popular spots. Which would be a welcome change after Kyle's drama with Audra Charles. But is it possible that Claire will let loose and succumb to wild abandon that she will later regret? Be sure to tune in and find out as Claire lives her best life before Kyle shows up. Then again, do you think there's a chance that Kyle saves Claire from a predatory Holden? Catch up on everything that's going on with The Young and the Restless right now by watching it all again. Come back here often for the hottest Y&R updates, news, and spoilers. Get comfortable and gain access to the best soap intel on the web. Adam and Chelsea are content, and Kane surprises Phyllis. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Friday, October 10th show that Phyllis Summers is caught in a compromising position, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, and Adam Newman get their flowers. Let's take a look at this fantastic Friday cliffhanger show to see what to expect. Chatham be daring using Newman Media. Chelsea and Adam published an expose on Kane Ash in the episode that aired on October 9th. Kane had been warned by Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, that he would reveal information about Colin Atkinson's scheme to con a woman out of her money in Nice, allowing Citizen Kane to amass a sizable fortune. What might go wrong? We'll find out soon. Christine Blair, Laura Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, will continue to plan their wedding while fans watch. If Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, doesn't kill it first, this will be the GC event of the year. Cricket and Danny plan their wedding. They must make a crucial choice. Which of the three wedding dresses should Christine select? Days ago Cricket modeled the three gowns and fans got to vote on their favorite, which will be the one that Christine wears on her big day. Do you believe that Christine will unleash her inner bridezilla before the ceremony? The wedding takes place in November and we must say, we are so here for it. Danny's second marriage to Christine. In the meantime, Phyllis Summers, the red-headed devil, is in a precarious position. Y&R spoilers hint that she finds herself in a compromising position and we predict it has something to do with her partner in crime, Citizen Kane. She was told to meet him immediately at his choo-choo on Thursday, October 9th, Epi. Could it have something to do with Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, telling him to get right with his kids? And in that case, what relevance would this have for Phyllis? Be sure to tune in to find out about Phyllis' awful, very bad day. We think that Red might end up losing again, and if that happens, all hell breaks loose. Catch up on everything that's going on with The Young and the Restless right now by watching it all again. Come back here often for the hottest Y&R updates, news, and spoilers. Get comfortable and gain access to the best soap intel on the web. Nick becomes irrational after both Jill and Lily slash his Kane. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Thursday, October 9th hint that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, goes rogue while Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, fights with her son Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Let's get right into the thrilling action that's going on in GC. Nick goes rogue. Jill interrupted the Kane and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, in the previous episode, which aired on October 8th. She wanted to find out if what she had heard about his uncouth behavior was true. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, told her that Kane's fortune is due to his father's, Colin Atkinson's, Tristan Rogers, last con. When Victor told her, Jill acted skeptical, but now she wants the truth and she wants it now. Jill makes it clear that her BS detector is on when she confronts Kane. Kane wants to tell Jill the truth. Kane will have to deal with his ex-wife Lily Winters, Crystal Cullill, on Thursday, so that won't be the only disagreement. On Thursday, Lily will continue to remain suspicious of Kane and his motives. Can Kane handle having the riot act read to him by two of the most important women in his life? Or does he emerge looking like a squashed lettuce head? Put blast on Kane. Meanwhile, Jack makes his father, John Abbott, Jerry Douglas, proud. What is Jack's job? He steps up to protect the Abbott family's interests. Jack will always protect his own, but should he worry more about Victor or Kane? Nick goes off course somewhere else. At Society, he and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, recently engaged in the activity without success. Despite Nick's insistence that Phyllis end her partnership with Kane, she insinuated that his life has been handed to him on a platter. Is Nick about to do something unexpected to disprove Phyllis? Would he resign Newman Enterprises, or is he about to take a risk with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, in Los Angeles when they see their son Noah Newman, Lucas Adams? Catch up on everything that's going on with the young and the restless right now by watching it all again. Get comfy and gain access to the best soap information available online by returning frequently to this page for the most recent Y&R updates, news, and spoiler. The fury of Jill Abbott is unleashed. When Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, storms into the Chancellor Winters' offices, her heels clicking like thunderclaps, everyone in the building can feel the storm brewing. There is always drama when Jill comes back to Genoa City, and this time she is not playing the savvy CEO or maternal figure. She is here as a woman who has been betrayed by the man she used to call son. Her confrontation with Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, is long overdue. Jill has heard whispers from Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, of all people, that Kane's latest business windfall might be the product of another Atkinson con. Jill's blood still boils at the mention of Colin. After all, she was one of the many who suffered from Colin Atkinson's devious schemes. Jill was unable to ignore Victor's smug glint when he suggested that Kane's recent success might be the result of another manipulation. The meeting between Kane and Jill starts calmly enough, but only for about 30 seconds. Tell me it's not true, Jill demands, her voice cutting through the tension. Tell me that you didn't build your latest empire on another one of your father's filthy tricks. Kane tries to keep his composure. Jill, you've got it all wrong. I worked for this every deal, every partnership. Colin is not me, and I will never be him. But Jill's not buying it. She has been in business and in love for long enough to know when someone is lying before they say it. Kane, don't you dare disparage my intelligence. I taught you how to spot a shark, but somewhere along the way, you decided to become one. Her words sting, not because they're cruel, but because they're true. Kane's recent business success has been excessively swift, smooth, and secretive. Even Lily, who is his closest companion, has detected something off. Lily Winters takes part in the attack. Crystal Cullill's Lily Winters appears just as the argument heats up, as if Jill's fury weren't enough. Her expression is tight, controlled, the kind of calm that precedes an emotional hurricane. When Lily walks into the office, she says, "Funny, I was coming here to talk to Kane myself. It appears that I'm not the only one with inquiries." Kane's jaw tightens. Two powerful women from opposing periods of his life have cornered him and are demanding answers. Jill looks to Lily, a silent understanding passing between them. They share a common goal today, regardless of their pasts, discovering the truth. Lily doesn't waste time. "You've been distant, Kane. Deals that look suspicious, secret meetings, and money moving around without a reason. Because I wanted to believe you had changed, I ignored it. But I can't keep defending you when even your own mother figure doesn't trust you." He is crushed by the weight of Lily's words. She is the only person whose opinion is still important, the woman he loved even after their marriage broke up. Kane insists, "Lily, I swear, everything I've done has been for our family. I wanted to rebuild something for Charlie and Matty, to prove I could be the man you believed in once. Lily's eyes flash with both pain and disbelief. You think I care about money? You believe that making business deals erases lies? You have learned nothing at all. You find a way to blow things up whenever someone gives you a chance. Jill interjects sharply. She's right. I've stood by you, Kane, defended you when everyone else said you were trouble. However, I will bury your career so deeply that not even Colin will be able to con you out of it if I discover that you have once again dragged this family name through the mud. When Kane exposes his calm demeanor, the scene reaches its emotional peak. You both think you know me, but you don't. I no longer am that man. Maybe I'm guilty of ambition, but I'm not my father. I'm done being the family's punching bag. You two can believe whatever you want. Jill and Lily are left in stunned silence as he storms out, slamming the door behind him. With a softer tone, Lily sighs. I wanted to believe he changed. Jill's eyes narrow. Men like Kane always claim they've changed, but when the dust settles, they're just better liars. Jack Abbott's quiet strength. Meanwhile, across town at Jabot, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, takes a quiet moment in his office, gazing at an old photo of his father, John Abbott, the late Jerry Douglas. The company's background hum is simultaneously comforting and constricting. Jack is aware that Kane's drama could easily affect his family's interests because he has witnessed enough corporate dishonesty. He holds the Abbott name in the highest regard, and he is opposed to having his legacy marred by opportunists. Be concerned, Tracy, Beth Maitland, enters. Jack, are you sure you're not getting too involved? The last time you tried to protect the family, it nearly tore you apart. Jack offers a faint smile. I can't help it, Trace. Dad taught me that family comes first. If Kane's messing with Jill, then Victor's not far behind. Furthermore, Victor's involvement indicates that this is personal in addition to business. As Tracy leaves, Jack's phone buzzes with a message from Victor. Jack, keep your house in order. Kane isn't your only problem. Jack frowns, the tension in his jaw hardening. Victor Newman never communicates without a purpose. Whatever game the mustache is playing, Jack knows one thing for certain, it's only just beginning. Nick Newman's wild behavior while the Abbotts and Ashbys are busy playing verbal chess, the Newmans are having their own crisis, this one fueled by pride, frustration, and impulsive rebellion. Joshua Morrow's Nick Newman has always had to choose between being loyal to his father, Victor, and wanting to live life his way. But after the argument with Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, at Society, something inside him finally snaps. Kane, of all people, had sparked the conflict. Phyllis had been warned by Nick that partnering with Kane would be reckless and that she couldn't trust him. Phyllis, in her trademark defiant style, shot back that Nick was just jealous and privileged. Oh, please, she'd scoffed. Everything you have was handed to you. Despite the fact that you talk about integrity as if you invented it, you have never had to fight for anything in your life. Her words were resonating like poison in Nick's head as he left the restaurant in rage. He has tried for years to show that he is more than just Victor's son, but no matter what he does, whether he runs New Hope or runs Newman Enterprises, people still think of him as the heir rather than the man. Now, as he stands on the rooftop of Newman Tower, the city lights sprawling below, he contemplates his next move. Does he walk away from Newman Enterprises altogether? Or does he go off on his own, breaking up relationships as a result? Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, calls him just then. Her voice is warm but worried. Nick, are you still going to Los Angeles with Noah and me? He is hesitant. Yeah. I require a break. I might require a clean slate. What Sharon doesn't know is that Nick isn't planning just a vacation. He's been quietly reaching out to contacts in Los Angeles, real estate developers, investors, people who could help him build something his. There are no Newmans, legacy, or leash. But as with all things in Genoa City, nothing stays hidden for long. The catalyst, Phyllis Summers. In the meantime, Phyllis is not letting up. At Society, she recounts her heated exchange with Nick to Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman. Ever the sane person, Lauren raises an eyebrow. You really told him his life was handed to him? Phyllis frowns. Someone had to do it. Nick has been coasting for a number of years, acting like some sort of moral compass. Please. He is just as reckless as the rest of us, but he covers it up with that Boy Scout smile. But as she sips her martini, Phyllis's smirk fades. Deep down, she knows she went too far. Her feelings for Nick have always been complicated: passion, resentment, and unfinished business all tangled into one combustible mess. It's possible that Phyllis was the one who convinced Nick to act irrationally. Newman versus the brewing war. Newman. At Newman Enterprises, Victor can sense the storm brewing. As he examines reports from Los Angeles, Nikki, played by Melody Thomas Scott, tries to calm him down. She says softly, "Let the kids make their own mistakes. Nick will come around, he always does." However, Victor is skeptical. Nicholas is about to make a mistake he won't come back from. He is not only quitting his job but also betraying his blood if he leaves this family. He stops and looks at a framed picture of his empire. Additionally, I will not accept betrayal. Not from my own son at all. Parallel paths and hidden dangers. The confrontation between Abbott and Kane and Nick's rebellion become thematically intertwined as the episode reaches its conclusion. Kane and Nick, both men, are debating their legacy and identity. Kane is overshadowed by Colin's sins and Jill's disappointment. Nick is overshadowed by Victor's power and Phyllis's harsh truths. In very different ways, they're both fighting to define themselves, even if it means self-destruction. At Chancellor Park, Kane finds himself sitting alone on a bench in the waning light. As he considers the mess he's made, the silence is broken by the rustling of leaves and distant traffic. For once, he wonders if Jill and Lily are right. Maybe he is destined to repeat the Atkinson curse. Nick, on the other hand, plans to fly to Los Angeles. Victor is not told by him. He doesn't tell Phyllis. He doesn't even tell Victoria. He has finished describing himself. He will be free to do whatever he wants on the West Coast, whether it's with Sharon, Noah, or this new project. As he looks out the jet window that night, his reflection is a mix of determination and doubt. Maybe this time, he murmurs, I finally get to be me.